Well, hello everybody. It is Wednesday evening and I am taking a couple winter squash plants all the way down here and planting them. This area seems to be doing really well as I maneuver through my really treacherous and in need of repaired stairs, which I'll get to. They are definitely getting cleaned up quite a bit. And I wanted to come down here and see how everything was doing. Wanted to take a picture of a couple of these plants to them, trying to figure out exactly what they are. Oh, I didn't bring clippers for this bush. Oh, I will do that soon. This poor apple tree. Gotta figure out what to do with this apple tree. Oh, well, somebody's playing down here, so I gotta be careful. There's a bean coming up right there. Okay. I've got my bucket with my trowel. And, oh, how you guys doing? How you guys doing down here? Here's a zucchini, I think, or some sort of zucchini, and there's some beans growing. Very little weed there, although there are. Here's some, I don't care about the purslane. The purslane's not a weed to me. And how are you doing? You're doing pretty good. Wow. I don't know what kind of, I think that's some round squash as well. That bean's not getting any sun. I was like, how can I turn this around a little bit? I don't want to break it either. It's doing really good. So we'll just kind of let it do what its thing. Wow, I know that this tomato needs to get growing, but I probably won't plant tomatoes here again because it doesn't get enough sun. But the squash kind of like the shade of this tree. They don't wither as much. This one's doing a good job. This one's doing a good job. And I did plant some. Oh, that's kind of dry right there. And that one's doing a good job. Okay, good. Let's go down here to the very bottom. This planter that's fallen apart here. But I decided to go ahead and use it. The squash died. So the squash that I planted in here died. I had 5 where they got eaten. I don't see any squash. Well, there's this one. They may not be getting enough sun either. I don't know. Well, the other 2 squash that I brought, I was going to plant right up here. Let's see if I can make that happen. Make that happen. It's really pretty right here. That's what's nice about squash is that they can just kind of Are you getting any grapes? There are. Look. Look at that. Fantastic. Only one set of grapes. You're getting eaten by something. And what's this? I don't see any more grapes. No more grapes. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Haven't had grapes in years, so I'm doing something right. Okay, so you come down that way. I'm just wondering if I plant a squash over here, will it survive you? That's what I'm kind of wondering. Do you think I can plant something over here and it survive you? What if I kind of move like this over right here? Because I kind of was building, see where is my, see how big this squash is? I did get excuse me, my grunting and groaning, jeez, for heaven's sakes. Oh God, like, I think, see, I've got quite a bit up here, but see how big of a slope it is? And there's some really decent soil there. And so I'm kind of wanting to put one right here. I really want to sit my butt down because I should have brought my whatchamacallit. Okay, well, I've got two big plants that need to go into the ground. And I brought some sea kelp. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think, try to plant one right here. It might be too close to that other squash. But okay, maybe just as close as I can to the fence that I'm putting in right here. So what if I put like that one right there? And then I need to come down. Oh, I need to get better shoes for gardening. And see, then I could put the other one right here. This, because this stuff is great. Oh, don't want to sit on any of that. And I need to be careful because there's a great big nail right there. So I need to be careful. There's quite a few nails protruding. There's one right there too. So Misty, let's gently sit right here. Let's see if I can do this. Because I don't think my butt's that big. I think look at how beautiful these plants are. It's just doing so good. And I just might pull the sweet peas out because they're toxic to dogs. Of course, they're not doing anything. Yeah, I'll just leave it. Let's see, how am I gonna... I'm not sitting in the most perfect way here. Anyway, well, here I am, dogs. They're all looking at me like, what? I'm gonna be growing a lot more next year. So I don't know how happy they are going to be with me taking up some of their space. So I'm gonna plant these squash here. I can't believe only one squash survived over there. I wonder if it just doesn't get enough sun or it got too much water. I don't know, but nothing. The beans are coming up, so maybe I should plant some more beans. And then my next big project is going to be working on this fence. I need to get my long pants on, my gloves, and just bring down a big trash can to get rid of all of these stickers. But my job is to check out all these posts and see how sturdy these posts are. And I'm going to try to terrace, I guess, is the best way to describe it. This last bit of land here, this last bit of property here. I don't know why I call it land. I'm in the suburbs. But I'm going to plant a berry fence. I've decided that I've been wanting a living fence for a long time. This is coming down. It's eventually going to fall down. I think I can get some T-posts in here, some good metal T-posts, because that's one of them that we started putting metal in. And I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to start transferring some raspberries and blackberries down here. I'm going to try to start that this fall. So I think the best place to start is going to be on the corner, but who knows? It's a mess down here. I definitely need to secure it to make sure no critters are coming in, and because we do have deer, but we have, a lot of dogs and some people that roam back here, and I just want to make sure it's safe. And maybe one of these days I'll put up a better fence, but that's a big project, isn't it? It's a really big project. Anyway, I started some cauliflower. I think I mentioned on one of my videos I did start some cauliflower plants, broccolini, I think. Some beets, I haven't started cabbage. In fact, I need to start cabbage. What was the other one? Swiss chard. I do need to start some cabbage, but I ran out of soil mix, so I'm ordering some of that stuff. I need to get some more soil moved around. In fact, down here would be a good place to mine some of it for my mixture, because it's a freaking mess. I mean, originally I was going to plant trees along here, and I think that eventually maybe I can, when I know the soil is pretty decent, because the raspberries and blackberries, they tend to grow wherever especially the blackberries. But I think if I just start with a few blackberries. I do have 2 blueberry tree bushes that need to go in somewhere, and 2 elderberries, and that would be fun too. As is in the corner, if it makes sense, put the elderberries in that corner, because they get really big, they'll get tall. But the raspberries are really prickly. The blackberries aren't, they're thornless, so that's nice. But the raspberries, will help keep especially the raccoons out. But I've got this apple tree that has only produced once or twice since I've been here. And I haven't paid enough attention to it, and I feel really bad. And actually the apples are yummy. you would think I'd pay more attention to it. The apples, when we got them a couple years ago, we got quite a few. And oh my God, they taste like fall. I mean, they taste like somebody infused clove and cinnamon inside of it. I really need to find out what, kind of variety it is. But I do think, I don't know what this bush is right here. I'll take a picture of it and try to identify it, but I think that needs to come out. This needs severely pruned, and I need to take a little course on how to prune an apple. But just look at some of this, how pretty this looks. This was all nothing. None of this was here, and now it's all clean and it's looking good. So I think I'm gonna put this one here and the other one here, because this will help with moving the soil. So because this is really decent soil, and it's had tons of mulch on it for a long time. We have a free chip drop, and I was hesitant to do it because the last time we did it, I had Brandon with me, and Brandon did most of the work, of course, and he was able to get all of that moved from the back or the front yard to the back. I mean, he put it everywhere, which is why things are doing so well, and we don't have as many weeds as we have in the past, except for this down here. But I will tell you that all those pricklies have kept people and critters away from us, for sure. So I'm definitely going to have to replace that with another safety measure. But anyway, I have been hesitant to do it, even though it's free. It's just I knew that I didn't have the physicality to do it. But now the lawn is practically dead. The yarrow has died down. And so really, whatever they put on the front lawn, quite frankly, is going to be fine. It'll eventually get moved. And we really, really need to mulch as much as we can if we stay in this drought for more than a couple years. So everything needs mulched, and every place that has been mulched, like there was a lot of mulch right here, it was really easy to work with. I mean, I added some amendments here, added some of my soil mix when I transplanted everything. I rarely have to water it down here. So if I want to keep enough of the shade to shade this, and so next year this is just all going to be squash, because this is perfect because it shades it enough. It gets dappled shade, so the plants don't shrivel up like my other ones. I think I would really like to try to put cucumbers, like put a big trellis right here, a trellis that goes all the way up, up there. Maybe a cattle panel that just goes straight up, and put cucumbers all along here to go up, because I think cucumbers would do really good here, because they'll just grow up that, and they'll get enough of a dappled shade, but enough of the heat. It is too shady here for the tomato, and then it gets too wet. So I think I'm going to line one of the tiers with the tomatoes. Anyway, I'm talking too much. Let me go ahead and plant this stuff. Okay, well, I pulled this from right over there. It's just rotten in the ground. That's what has happening to a lot of these. I think these were planted clear back when the house was put together, or first. That's not, there's some nails there. So let's, back in 1970, see, what did we find out? 1976, 78. So I planted those two right there. I think they'll be fine. I'm trying to true up this right here a little, also to kind of help let Charlotte know that I don't want her over here. I may have to put some more branches over here, but I'm tuckered out. Let's see, I've got a few, just a few branches like this. I could just plant a few arugula seeds if I had them, or lettuce seeds over here just to try to, or chives, or just something to help fill in on some of the soil. But I'm out of arugula. Anyway, that looks pretty good. I have a pretty good hill or buffer that I just kind of scrape from the corner. I really do need to address this at some point, because this is all rotting. That's all the way down there, and there's a whole bunch of logs that are that way as well. So a lot of work. But I'm going to leave it here. I'm itchy and I'm hungry.